Hello everyone, it's Julie from sproutsandstems.com here, and today's video is going to be some December planty updates. So before I get into that, please take 2 seconds to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any new planty content from me. And for any plants or supplies that I mention in my videos, you can find those at the link in the video description. It's a page on my website, sproutsandstems.com, where I just keep everything from all my videos because that's what's easiest for me. So without further ado, I will get into the updates. I am filming this at night, as you can see. It's only like 6:30 and it's so dark. Try to position myself where the lighting is the best, but I apologize if this angle / lighting is kind of awkward. Anyway, my first planty update is on my Nepenthes St. Gaia, and that is just the cutest little thing. Look at that. There is a little baby branching off of that vine. I've never seen them come in like that. I've seen like vines like split in two from where they're cut, but I've never seen like a full-on, come on, focus on that. A full-on like mini plant growing off a vine. I just think that's like the cutest thing ever. Trying to give you a good shot. So that is planty update number 1. Other than that, it's doing okay for being inside for the winter. You know, there's been some die off, but as you can see, there's some new growth as well. Okay, Giselle, are you going to be my assistant for this video? I'm going to put this away so that she doesn't get any ideas. Okay, I'm back. When I brought my plants inside from the balcony, I did like a thorough check for bugs because obviously it's inevitable that like some things are going to make their way into the house, but I try to like minimize that as much as possible. And I think there were some stink bugs like hiding in the pitchers or something because I checked, me and my boyfriend checked so thoroughly on those plants because I'm not dealing with any creepy crawlies in my apartment. But then like for the next like week or so, when I went to like water one of my pitcher plants and moved it around a little, a stink bug would mysteriously appear in my apartment. So anyway, I think there were some stink bugs hiding in the pitchers, which is just like nightmare fuel, but they're all gone now. Next, actually, I'll show you my dragon fruit cutting. Has a nice little root system. So I'm going to pot this up soon. This, I probably mentioned it at some point, but my boyfriend and I found this on the ground of our friend's place when we visited California. So we took it back, perfectly good segment, and decided to propagate it. So that's the progress on that. And let's see. Not too much of like an update here, but I propagated this, I think it's from my Nepenthes alata. I think, okay, so there was one long vine that had kind of like gone bare and lost a lot of its older growth, but then this was growing off of it. So I cut this off of it and then I just cut like the rest of the dead vine away from the plant. So this is from that. It looks like, yeah, there's like a little growth down here and then 2 distinct like split vines up there. And not much is happening. I mean, the leaves have continued to grow like slowly, but I'm not really expecting it to pitcher anytime soon because it's so small and because it's the winter, but that's the little status update on that. This was a picture that was already on the plant. And let's see, this one I just brought down because he was originally just going to be like decoration in the background, but then I saw that I had a nice new luscious shield frond growing on him. So I figured that could be a little update too. Here we go. Oh, I love the new shield fronds. They're like fuzzy, kind of soft, and just like perfectly, beautifully green. So these shield fronds protect the root ball. And the old shield fronds die back. You can see there's like 2, even 3 old ones under there, and they just kind of die back and decompose and just act as more food for the plant, because the plant gets its nutrients from that kind of like decomposing tree bark and whatnot around it. Because it's an epiphyte, it grows on the side of trees. And so the old shield fronds just kind of become part of that, and then a new one comes in. Beautiful. And last but not least, just a little like, I was going to say just a little update. That's literally what this video is, little updates. So I was repotting my one string of hearts plant about a week or so ago, and I noticed that there were so many tubers. String of hearts have tubers. They have tubers under the soil that store nutrients, and they also have aerial tubers, which are those like white balls you sometimes see along the vines. But I noticed I had so many tubers in the soil, and here's just an example of one that it's hard to see obviously because they're all brown, but that right there, the big chunky one, it's probably maybe about the width of a penny, maybe. That thing. So I noticed that I had so many of them, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do my favorite thing, which is to chop plants up and propagate them into new plants. Kind of like revitalize them a little bit. So I decided to do that. I divided them into 2 pots. So we have a bunch of tubers in each one underneath this sphagnum moss. And then I also just laid some string of hearts cuttings without any tubers, just like cuttings that I took from the more like leggy vines and cut up into smaller pieces. Those are laying across the top, and just a little layer of sphagnum moss is also over the top. And I'm keeping that just with some light moisture. Don't want to keep it sopping wet, but I've been using my sprayer, Mr. Sprayer thing, to just keep the surface just evenly damp as the roots develop. Not noticing much yet, but it's only been like a week, so we'll give it some time. That is about it for today's planty updates. I was very excited about that really cute little pitcher baby. It's not like another branch coming off of one branch. It's like a little tiny mini plant on a branch. It's so like whimsical. Anyway, do you guys get me? I feel like you guys get me. Why are you being annoying? All right. I am going to say bye for this week. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next week.